You're listening to the Board Game Snobs podcast, a ridiculous podcast with ridiculous hosts that discuss ridiculous things. And any mention of board games is purely coincidental. And so, without further ado, and with a heavy dollop of shame and embarrassment on my part, I give you the Board Game Snobs.
And go.
This is Jerry.
This is Gabby. Hello.
I have a idea about movies. So, like you brought up, we were talking about movies the other day, talking about movies, bad movies, good movies, bad movies that you like. I discovered something about myself. I will admit on my podcast. This is my podcast too.
A mole.
What?
On your body.
No, admit?
You discovered something on yourself.
I don't like Tina. We're at Tina's
You don't
house.
like Tina?
No, Tina. I want to talk to Tina. Give the mic to Tina for a moment.
You did this to me last time.
I just want to talk to Tina about something. Tina, you helped me realize something. People don't know that Enrique's sister is Tina, and she lets us use her house to podcast at times. Enrique's on his way to check on his grandmother. And work, but mainly check on grandma. First off, I realized something, Tina and Gabi. The reason I didn't want you to have the mic because I didn't want you to start completely riffing on this. I don't like it when people... My name's Jerry, and I don't like it when people like things that I think are stupid. But I had to deeply root this out. And the thing that helped me root this out was Stranger Things. And so, I cannot tell you the hatred I have for that show. But everybody likes it. And I understand why they like it. But I don't like it. And yes, that's not why I don't like it. I like certain things that everybody likes, like whiskey. It's the water of life. Because Tina, I've avoided Stranger Things. I know Tina loves Stranger Things, and Tina was very excited for the end of Stranger Things, and I'm like, ew, how you like it? And I hated on it, and I've tried my best not to hate on it. And finally, when the finale happened, I'm such a hater.
You watched it?
No, I didn't watch it. I'm such a hater that I watched somebody else tweet about it live so that I could go, ooh, it's so stupid. Oh, it's burning. I hope everybody that does it, I hope everybody likes it, hates it. And I realized about halfway through, this is stupid. Why am I like this? And I realized it's because I value certain things, and for some reason I've connected that with this type of entertainment, and I go, if you like this, if you like something I don't like, then it must not be that that I like it. I don't know what I think.
You're judging me.
I'm judging you. But here's what broke it. Here's what broke me. I thought, if Tina likes it, well, I like Tina. But and I'm like, but why does it? And I realized, well, Gabi likes stuff that I don't like and I think is stupid. Why am I getting on to Gabi? But I'm like, and I sat there and I had this moral crisis. It burnt me up. It burnt me up inside to realize, okay, people can like something and it be okay with me, and I don't have to like it, and I can think it's stupid, but I still want to understand why they like it. And I just realized that's my problem. And so when people now go, I like this thing, because Gabi does this all the time. And getting back to Gabi will be like, I don't know, I just like it. I have to now go, that's just the stupid thing that I need to accept.
Why does that have to be stupid?
It's not, it doesn't. That's what I'm saying. It's stupid to me, but it's not stupid to you. And so I just have to go, you know what? I don't understand some things, and I'm not part of it. I don't have that.
Is that it? You want to be part of it?
No, I don't want to be part of it. I don't want to be part of it. And so that's my thing. It's very interesting seeing Tina on the show and Enrique's other sister sitting here knitting or crocheting. Are you crocheting?
I'm crocheting.
You're crocheting the heck out of that. Is that mine?
Why do you want it?
What is it?
It's going to turn into a poncho.
I want a poncho so bad. We were just talking about ponchos literally the other day.
Yeah.
I want that poncho so much.
You want it?
Yes.
If it turns out well, you can.
I don't
have
care
it.
what it turns out.
How much?
What do you need to say?
Partially, $100.
He can afford it. He's a healthcare hero.
I am not a healthcare hero.
So Tina, can you explain why you like Stranger Things?
I don't care.
Can you?
I don't care anymore.
I think it's
No, he
because
does.
it brought us together as a family.
There you go. That's all you need to
And
know.
it's just
That's all you
nice
need to know.
Get together and talk about all of these different theories.
It's fun. It's a
Just
fun
like
time.
you do with board games.
You know what?
And
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Maybe I don't understand all the board games. That's
And
it.
we like to have things we talk about and just enjoy together, and there doesn't have to be an overall super deep meaning to it. We just do.
I agree. Now,
Okay. Also, there are plenty of other things,
Stranger Things.
not Stranger Things, but plenty of other things that we need to get to. Now, you did show up late, and I want to say
I'm very sorry for showing up late.
it's fine.
Hey, get the mic back from Tina.
It's fine.
I don't like girls.
I just. Oh yeah. And,
Call back.
That's a Stranger Things.
I'm sorry. What'd you say? Interrupted you.
That's I was going to say. So while you're working on yourself, I was working on myself.
What are you working on?
I wanted to call you like at 3:01 and ask you why aren't you here yet? And at 3:02 and at 3:03, all the way up to 3:20, not 4:20, 3:20. But I didn't. Because I was telling them, like, sometimes I can be. Sierra was asking me, "Are you a Type A or Type B?" Type A, you're like,
Beta?
I don't like to use this term loosely, but anal.
You are.
Like,
and you're not.
you know?
You're not loose when it comes to that.
I'm trying to tidy things up, but I'm that person. Like, I need constant updates, and me and you had a fight about this at a previous BGG.
Man, we fought like crazy.
But I didn't pick up the phone, and I didn't, because I was like, it's not that big a deal. Unless you're like dying in a ditch somewhere, which is always my cause for concern.
15 after, I did check my phone to see if you texted me, and I was a little bit hurt that you didn't check me. Because it's like, I'm typically on time. Does he not realize that now this is odd?
That's what I thought.
But I was proud of you.
I tried very hard not to.
I'm very proud.
Like, and because I was like, it's not a life and death situation here.
But here's the thing. I picked up my phone to text you to say, I'm going to run late. I'm running late. And the fact that I didn't text you to say, hey, I'm running late, because I felt bad because like I'm irresponsible for being like, I am running late. But then I saw that you hadn't sent me your anal text of being like, where are you? Oh my God, are you dead? And I thought, well, she just doesn't love me anymore. So I'm not going to text him. But see, that's the type of stupid stuff that should go through people's mind that you don't need to go through. It doesn't matter. I'm here a little bit late. Who cares? I'm not dead. And if I was dead,
as long as we're able to make up for the time.
Here's what happened. Here's why.
It's going to eat into our pickleball time.
Here's what happened to me. With my father, when I was 16 years old, he said, listen, you can come home whenever you want to. I just need you up for work. Just let me know before 10 o'clock. I go to bed at 10. If you don't call me, let me know where you're at by 10. I'm just going to assume you're dead. And he says, and my mom was all freaking out about this. And he says, listen, if he's dead in a ditch, why knowing at 10:15 does it matter? We'll find out in the morning. And I just remember thinking, you're right. Get a good night's sleep.
But it's the not knowing.
Well, but here's the thing. You know. You always know.
Well, that's why, but it's like people with missing children.
Phrase made no sense right now. I know I said it so confidently, and now Tina's looking at me like, what do you mean?
People with missing
I
children,
just made that up.
They want to know, even if they're dead.
Wow,
they're
went
dead.
Dark. That's what happened to Will.
There's always hope when you don't know. But it's like you said, deep down, you kind of know. So let me just know. That way I can move on. So next time at 3:01, I will text you.
Will never moved on. Anyways, speaking of stuff along that lines.
Are you going to discuss the email?
No, guess who? We're going to talk about that email in a second.
Okay.
I want to talk about movies from the 80s because that made me think of Stranger Things.
Speaking of old stuff real quick, though, on the way here, do you know who's going to be playing at the Grant Choctaw Casino on April 24th?
Give me a second. I saw it.
You're not going to like it.
I thought to myself, this person, and I was in a rage, and I forgot already.
Okay, I'm gonna. Can I sing it to you?
Sing it.
Honey, why you calling me so late? It's kind of hard to talk right now. Hinder.
You
remember Hinder, Tina?
I remember Hinder. They had some.
Okay, here's an even worse admission
Why are you
on my
looking?
part.
You're so young. You're like, who's Hinder?
Here's an even worse admission on my part. I loved that song when
I
it
did
came
too.
out.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not beyond it. I won't lie
When
to
it
you.
came out, I was like, oh yeah, play it again. Play it
like
again.
Now listen, we
But
all
now
like Nickelback.
it's just like
dude.
Nickelback
We all
and
like
Creed, and
Nickelback.
everybody looks back and retro hates on stuff.
I had to stop actively hating Imagine Dragons. Why did I get that in my head?
They're a good band.
They're all right.
They
They're
have a
all
lot-
right. They have stuff that I enjoy.
They play music. I'm like, who is this? That's a good song. Imagine Dragons. I'm like, no, it's not. That doesn't sound like
As
them.
Tina is playing this for her younger sister, that album cover, wildly inappropriate.
Oh yeah.
That's why I couldn't have that CD.
That
Or maybe I did.
Do you remember? You remember Blink 182?
I love Blink-182. Adam?
And they also had a album cover that young men usually appreciate.
I appreciated a lot of album covers. That's something that's not.
Let's have an album appreciation.
I'll tell you one that got me the other day. I'm going through my Spotify.
Will you just pour that and stop holding it? That's my bottle you just drank from.
Evan. It says Evan Williams. They ain't got your name on it. I'm going through album covers on Spotify. Guess who popped up? The person who I extremely dislike, country singer.
Dwight Yoakam.
Feels like I love Dwight Yoakam. You shut up. I was listening to Dwight Yoakam just now. And you know my love for Dwight Yoakam. I'm talking about a woman because you know I don't like
Shania
girls.
Twain.
Shania Twain. Shania Twain. She's a highly attractive woman, or was back in the day.
She still is. With the what's that called? Disclaimer for her age.
I haven't seen her recently. Have you?
Yes.
Look her up. Pull her up.
Sadly, well now as we're going to start talking about women's appearances, especially.
Rate them, Tina.
We were watching some TV shows. Actually, it was Tina and Sierra and I and Enrique and my wife and Sade.
My wife.
And Gretchen Wilson was playing music. Remember Gretchen Wilson?
I do remember Gretchen Wilson. Actively remember her.
She is. She's gotten older.
Yeah, she has.
And she could say the same about me if she saw me as well.
Yeah, you have. We all have.
if you
As
think
of,
about it.
we're gotten older right now. I'm going to get to my 80s movies that you derailed me from. The 80s, you could create movies about things. Ooh, Shania Twain has gone downhill.
She's 50-something years old, probably.
No, she's more than that. How old's she right there? How old's Shania?
She's an attractive lady.
I wouldn't say that. That was a lot of. There's a lot of work there.
Well,
I don't appreciate it. Age gracefully is what I say.
let's age shame.
She's at least 64. Oh, I was close.
See?
It's close.
Now, okay, here's the problem. You have Jennifer Lopez, who is like ageless,
Indeed.
and
I'll never.
that's just
That's
an unfair bar.
I'll never forgive her for that Fiat commercial.
That's an unfair
I
bar.
will
to
never
set.
believe that she thinks that number one, she drives a Fiat, and that I'm just Jenny from the block. You don't drive a Fiat, you drive a Mercedes. You don't drive nothing. People drive you, J-Lo.
Is Fiat like a bad car?
It's just a little bitty car.
Is it a cheap car? I know what it is. Is it a cheap car?
I wouldn't say it's cheap, not here, but overseas, it's just a thing. It's like a Volkswagen. So speaking of 80s movies,
Why does Kaya never sit down? It makes me nervous.
it's how she comforts herself is by standing. She likes to leer over people. I love it. I train her to be that way. So I have a game we're going to play. Everybody can play said game.
Right now?
We can play it, but it's going to be in connection with the movie thing I need to talk about. 80s
Okay.
movies. So we talked about bad movies that we liked. So like Predator, Badlands. See what I did there? Hard merge.
That was a good movie, though.
It was a Disney-fied version of Predator.
It's a good movie.
It was okay. It was not good. I'm getting pedantic on you. Being like, it's not good. It's all right. It was. You
your
enjoyed
opinion.
it. You enjoyed it.
I did.
I wouldn't say it's objectively a good movie. I'm trying.
That's because
This
you
is day
think,
one.
You think your opinion
This
is
is-
the objective be-all, end-all of opinions.
It's
And
day,
it's
listen.
not.
Don't fight with me.
I'm
I don't
not.
want to fight with you.
Okay,
I want
I'm
to
not.
love you for
Okay.
who you are, and I need you to love me for
You know
who
what?
I am.
I'm loving the vibes you're
Okay.
giving me right now.
I'm trying to grow. But why don't they make Predator movies like they would back in the 80s? I've just put the Predator into these various situations. For instance, I couldn't help but notice that We're Not Wizards is their Game of the Year episode. I didn't listen to their Game of the Year episode. I would say that my Game of the Year spoiler alert, would probably be Nemesis Retaliation.
Mm.
Because I would like to be like a Nemesis game, like Nemesis, where it's in Vietnam and you're getting hunted by a predator. That would be cool. I'm going to make that game.
That could work.
RIP, trademark pending. So a predator in Vietnam, they already kind of did that already. Well, why don't you just keep putting the predator into various situations? For instance,
And have Arnold in all of them as well.
this movie would make $1 billion. But Predator,
$1 billion.
How to Catch a Predator,
So far.
Catch a Predator, The Predator, have an episode, follow me with this, where Chris Hansen has predator people. Remember when he catches the predator?
Uh-huh.
But because the predators are coming here, the predators are like, the actual alien predators like, this is where we need to be to hunt these people. All right, picture
And
this.
he kills them while they're bringing in their bottles and
while they're
chains
coming in,
and
you,
pizzas.
you have various actors playing the quote-unquote, the people showing up.
Mhm. The
So
predators.
You have like Newman from Seinfeld, Dwayne Knight.
The
Is that his name?
pedophiles.
That guy. Don't say that.
Pedophiles.
Pedophiles. Thank you. R.I.P. You have Newman. You have like Rainn Wilson. You got all these weird looking actors. Steve Buscemi. They're playing the pedophiles. They show up, and then the actual predator shows up, and then they have to like. So you're not rooting for them because they're bad people, but Chris Hansen's there too, and so they're fighting the predator with predators. Predator versus predator. That show would make $1 billion because it would be a 80s show that's kind of comical.
But I'm rooting for the predator either way.
Either way.
You win.
Either way.
You win.
That would be cool. That would be a neat, like gag movie that they used to make. Remember like Hot Shots that you love? I love Hot Shots.
Parodies, they call them.
Parodies.
I
All
don't know
those.
that gags.
But here's another one. Here's another one. You put the predator in various areas that don't make sense, but they do make sense when you think about it.
7-Eleven.
Predator, you ready for
Trying
this?
to get a slushy out of the machine.
Are you ready?
But his claws are too big and it's bothering him.
You need to not.
And he's getting enraged.
You've ruined my flow.
Okay.
Nursing homes. The predator enters
too
the
easy.
nursing home because.
Well, he won't attack because they are not attacking him.
Are you ready for this? A nursing home full of old retired mercenaries. Arnold, John Wick,
So,
Jackie
the
Chan,
Expendables.
all the old guys. I would even cameo Bruce Willis. He doesn't have to remember anything. All those guys.
I'm not against this.
And they
but
fight.
You're touching me a lot this today.
It's the Evan Williams.
And it's just unusual.
Trying to help you.
It's unusual.
And so at the end, if anybody wants to make this movie, make it. I'll just give me some credit at the end.
Expendables versus Predator.
The Predator kills everybody, even retired John Wick, even all the old 80s. No, he kills John Wick.
Who's gonna win?
But the Predator, the guy that kills the Predator, is the guy that he didn't suspect. It'd be like an old 108-year-old World War II veteran that like gets out his
Wilford
M1,
Brimley
puts on his bayonet, and just charges. That would be cool.
gets cocooned, receives his youth back, and is vital enough to kill the Predator.
I'm all about it. That show would make $1 billion.
This whole episode, everyone under the age of 25 won't understand.
We don't have anybody under
I
the age of
referenced
25
Cocoon,
besides David
Predator.
and Adrian. They'll listen to us, but they're everybody else. We don't have any young listeners. Do
You
we?
know what? Something
If you're a young listener, don't send us an email. Have your parents send us an email. Boy, right now. This is a bad episode for us to be asking for emails from young people.
I was at a Mexican restaurant the other day.
How old are you, Sierra? You're 23. She's our youngest listener. She doesn't listen to us. That's Enrique's sister. She doesn't count. She doesn't listen to us. My own children don't listen to us. Oh, you listen to us? My daughter
So
just
here's
said
the
she
thing.
listens to us sometimes when she's bored.
Here's the thing.
I knew she was my favorite.
I saw something in a Mexican restaurant that highly irritated me, and I've seen it before, and it continues to irritate me.
Mexicans.
How do you feel? No offense, Sierra.
The entire family is Mexican. We all love Mexicans.
Couples that
That's my
sit together on the same side of the booth.
Okay.
That drives me.
That seems very
absolutely
romantic, though, doesn't it?
No,
Is that not?
No, that's what they're shooting for. It's all for aesthetics. Like, oh, I love her so much, I have to be right beside her. It's stupid.
I mean, it's asking you this.
It's just like people. Here's another thing I can't
hang on a
stand.
second. Hang on 1 second. Can I derail you for just one moment? Hold that thought. I'm just going to ask Sierra. Give Sierra the mic. Sierra is Enrique's younger sister. Sierra, just imagine this. You're singles, and you going on a date. And this guy, he takes you out to a fine Mexican restaurant. And instead of sitting across from you, he's like sits next to you. Boom. Tell me that's not fire.
No.
Why not?
No, because I have to turn and look at him.
Exactly.
But it's not. But it's like it's different.
I mean, if we were like married and then I want to cuddle with him, then
You're at the
maybe.
Mexican restaurant. Are you cuddling in between
I don't know,
chips
bro.
and queso?
You're asking someone who never dated.
Oh, Enrique's never dated. Sierra's never dated. We got a lot of these. We see a trend here.
So are you pro side by side?
Send us an email at boardgamesnobs
I'm anti
@gmail.com.
side by side.
I love the
want
side
to
by
talk
side.
to you, to your face.
Really? Only influencers
See,
do that.
Thank you.
Okay, and your next
Everyone
thing
is
that you're
agreed.
irritated about. All right, I'll get on board with that.
People that post something about their significant other, like "I love you so much" or whatever.
What? You don't like that?
When you live, like, why not just tell that person? You're like, I post a picture of my wife, or my wife posts a picture of me, like saying, "You look gorgeous today."
Really?
Why am I doing that? Why not just put down the phone, stop worrying about posting, and just tell my wife or my wife me, "You look gorgeous today"? Why am I posting that to the world? That seems like you're like overcompensating for something.
Maybe.
And it's always those couples. Oh, come to find out they're getting a divorce. You know what I'm saying? Do you know if you feel what I'm saying? As a young person that posts, well, yes, you don't post a whole lot, do you? You post a little. Okay, you can show appreciation, but how often should you show that appreciation? And also, shouldn't you just show that appreciation towards that person?
Well,
if
maybe I don't have. Maybe it's awkward for me to do it in person, and I could only do it by
it's
posting.
awkward for you to tell your wife she looks gorgeous today, or you love her. These are all things you should be able to freely express to your most closest person in your life.
Well, I'm posting right now on our Facebook group the exact thing that in relationship to you right now as we're doing this podcast.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying that I have a modicum of respect for my co-host Gabi, and all that I love podcasting with you.
Monica. You're coming in here with a lot of love today, and it makes me feel good. Maybe you should be late more often. Like, this is a different side of Jerry that I'm used to. Usually I receive the ire and disdain.
You are an object of my ire and disdain. And sometimes, here's what I think.
Okay.
Sometimes you need someone to sharpen you. And then sometimes you need somebody.
Okay, sharpen is fine. Dull is by bludgeoning.
But you are dull. Are you saying that
See?
you're dull because
right
I
there.
bludgeon you?
Like that. Why would you say that?
I know. But
friends build up.
I know. That's exactly what I've discovered.
Friends never lie.
And I'm trying to build you up by sharpening you and not beating you to death.
I'm fine. I'm good.
You're good?
I think we should be at a point now where no more bludgeoning is needed.
I don't have to bludgeon anybody, but I will sharpen those who need it. And keeping in that said, I'm going to read an email from a gentleman named Michael. I can't say his last name. All right. He says, sorry for this rather lengthy and very personal email.
I did get permission from him.
Oh,
just FYI.
You know what? Thank you. I was just about to ask. Did we get permission to read this email?
I did.
He says, I'd like to send you a sincere thank you, in quotation marks, for your work that you're putting into your podcast. Work. As I posted on the Discord, listening to your show has become a daily part of my life, but it's not only your show. Listening to board game podcasts in general has a special place in my life and has helped me through some really dark and taxing times. I appreciate the term taxing because we use that in the medical field a lot to indicate whether you're homebound, if it's a taxing effort.
Or if it's April 15th.
Hello. Oh, do you still pay those?
Actually, I don't know if.
Please.
I don't know when Germany pays their taxes.
I don't think Germany pays taxes. They obviously pay a lot of taxes, I would say.
I don't know the conditions of the world around me,
We
unfortunately.
played Die Marker, we should know. It's a couple of years ago that I had a bike accident. Yes, sir, I've had the same bike accident. Okay. Driving home from work, I slammed full speed into the door of a taxi that suddenly opened.
You think he meant bicycle or like?
No, I bet he had a bike accident. I think he meant like a bicycle, because that's how you would be riding a bike.
Oh.
I imagined in Germany they have a lot of bikes. I don't know if they have a lot of motorcycles in
Ben
Germany.
Maddox rides his bike everywhere.
He does. Have you seen his calves? I have. That's why he's my favorite podcaster of board games. Fortunately, I was wearing a helmet. Good for you, Michael. Jen Michael Vincent. Jen Michael Vincent. That's not his. That's his
name. Did you get Airwolf lifted out of there?
That's a very American reference. Fortunately, he's wearing a helmet. Nonetheless, I was diagnosed with a whiplash and a cranial cerebral trauma that caused me some real cognitive and sensory trouble for more than a year.
Now I feel bad for making
Now, whiplash is debilitating. Whiplash used to be a thing in the 90s that we always advertised on TV here because we were suing people right and left for whiplash. But whiplash is hard to diagnose.
I got whiplash in a wreck.
I know you got thrown from a vehicle.
No, I never got thrown from a vehicle.
But you got in a vehicle that rolled.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
And I got rear-ended as well.
R.I.P. In a vehicle wreck. I had a sudden memory lapse and suffered from sensory overload in everyday situations like going to the grocery store. In those situations, I lost my orientation and didn't know where or why I was there. It felt like my brain was shrinking to the size of a raisin. I understand that as I've gotten older, but I too have some mild brain damage. Just very mild. I think we all have some mild brain damage to some degree. I've been hit in the head numerous times. It's caused me to be... But I can't. Okay, I'm making this about me. This is about Jen Michael. It was that time that I started listening to the podcast about board games, and they helped me tremendously. I guess it's due to the fact that I'm not an English native speaker, so I had to actively focus on listening in order to understand what the hosts were talking about. I became a fan of Ben Maddox. I did not know that he mentioned Ben Maddox in this email. Forgot. Ben Maddox, 5 Games for Doomsday, and his show that helped me through these days and weeks. Playing board games with my wife and our son helped me a lot to relearn how to concentrate and how to make fruitful plans again. Eventually, my brain got better and better, and today, most of the time, everything's fine again. Jen Michael writes better than most English people.
Well, what I like is that he said fruitful plans.
I love fruitful plans.
I make plans a lot of times. They're not really that fruitful.
What's your favorite fruit?
Well, my question is, when he says fruitful plans, does he mean like plans that come to fruition?
Yeah.
Or plans that are like actually about doing something important?
I think that my interpretation would be if I make fruitful plans, they're plans that are going to be very good for me if they're accomplished. So, unfortunately, destiny hit us again. 3 years ago, shortly before her 10th birthday, my daughter was diagnosed with a rare cancer in her sacral bone. She went through a full year of chemotherapy, and due to the tumor's location inside her bone, it couldn't be resected and had to go through 7 weeks of proton-based radiotherapy, for which she had to leave Berlin and go to Dresden. I spent nearly a year with her in the hospital and tried to help her the best through this time full of fear and pain. My daughter isn't big into board games, but every time we prepare for our planned and unplanned stays in the hospital, she insists on packing a board game into our suitcase, just in case she has the energy to play it with me. Our family has always had a strong bonds, and this crisis made us come even closer. Nevertheless, the long nights in the hospital were pretty tough, and listening to podcasts was a great relief and helpful way to cope with this situation. Fast forward to present day. My daughter finished her therapy with a really good prognosis, and to this day, everything's looking pretty good. In the meantime, I discovered Sporadically Bored and Board Game Barrage and added them to my playlist, and I think it was in one of Dan's and Mike's episodes that I discovered you guys. Man, that was really nice, I thought to myself, and it would give me a break from Ben's voice. So I tuned into one of the shows only to be greeted by Ben's voice during your intro. I absolutely love your show and the energy and friendship you bring to it. My daughter is still in fine meshed aftercare with several MRI scans and x-ray diagnostics each year and every year. Every screening means a return of anxiety, and every pain she feels in her back or legs means sleepless nights. Listening to your show in these situations is absolutely helpful to shut down the voices whispering about the potential relapse of her illness. A few months ago, I started writing my thank you to all the podcasters that helped me through these years. As Ben and I live in the same city, we sometimes meet each other. So I wrote a short message to the Tanks and to Dan, and now it's your turn. So gentlemen, your work really matters to me, and I appreciate the energy you're putting into each episode. I thank you for the many hours I could spend listening to you. Some highlights. The return of Darth Plagiarism. Bubba talking about Hitler being a real classic. in quotation marks, which is not really the way we think about him in Germany. Bubba's top 5, learning animal facts, dozens of names of animal groupings, that hamsters can't die due to alcohol intoxication, that the terminal velocity of a squirrel isn't enough to kill it, but that fire ants can be helpful when you parachute them does not work. Oh,
when your parachute
doesn't work. And when you are talking about board games by accident, that's nice too. See, didn't that move you?
Cheers to you, Michael Vincent.
Michael Vincent, is that his name? Isn't it nice to touch people's lives? I've touched a lot of people's lives.
Michael Volkmann.
That's a German name if I ever heard one.
Would it be Volkmann?
Volkmann. They do the W's to the V.
Volkmann.
It's the Volkswagen.
I wonder if he goes by Jens or Michael, or if he you see him coming and you're like, hey, there's the Jens.
And you're doing that thing
Volkmann
that you always do whenever something's very moving and emotional to you. You start making,
I don't like. Yeah,
I have found what has helped me is just to feel it, and the fact that somebody
sometimes just let it sit.
I like the fact that somebody was thoughtful enough to send me an email, not just me, but to you and to Enrique, because I'm the star of the show, but y'all helped us.
It's us.
It's us to thank us for doing something that we enjoy, but it brings them some entertainment and some relaxation and helps them to kind of not solve a problem, but to relieve a stressful situation, I guess. And the sheer fact that we're touching lives, I've touched a lot of lives. Here's the thing.
You shouldn't say that in the episode. You're talking about predators.
The fact is that you just have to let things sit and marinate and just appreciate the fact that people have thoughts and feelings about you that you'll never meet. I'll never meet Jan Michael. But yet the fact that I was able to provide him with some mild bit of entertainment to me is worthwhile. But also the fact that I was talking about earlier. When I was 18, I went to EMT school with this guy that he was literally going through EMT school, was going to work for 6 months, and then he was joining the Marines. And I remember thinking, what a weird thing to do.
Semper Fi.
And he said he had 3 goals in his life. He said, I wanted to play in a football game, which he played high school football, got a touchdown.
Do Marines go into submarines?
No, they don't.
They don't?
No, Marines are a land-based. They are a department of the Navy, and there's a joke. We're the men's department. I'll go ahead and make that because I used to work with a Marine who was a embassy Marine.
So submarines.
Corporal Mauler. What
Navy?
A great name. If you're a Marine and your last name is Mauler, and you're a hand-to-hand combat instructor, that's a fake name.
Was that what he was though?
That's the guy that I worked with. That's a different Marine. But anyways, this guy went into the Marines.
I wonder if there's ever been a Marine named Killer. Like that's his last name.
The best Marine ever, Chesty Puller. If you ever want to look up Chesty Puller and look up his life story in World War II, Chesty Puller was the Marine.
He pulled
next to Best Stone. Next to Best Stone.
How do you pull a chest?
His name was Chesty Puller. People's names back in the 40s slapped. They had some Star Wars names.
What are the Predators' names called? What's their
They're the
breed?
Zygals or Zing. There's
the Kaiju?
No, that's the big monsters. They're xenomorphs.
Gaijin.
No, they'll come to me.
Kaya. It's like Kaya something.
It is.
Kaya? Are you a predator?
Anyways, speaking of which, he said that this guy that I went to EMT school with said he wanted to play in a football game. He said he wanted to join the Marines. He said, but he wanted to save somebody's life. That's why he was going to EMT school. And I thought at the time, that's why I'm joining. That's why I want to be a paramedic, save somebody's life. And the day came when I saved somebody's life.
And how did that make you feel?
It was not the greatest feeling ever. It was the greatest feeling ever for a minute, but then it was over, and then you're like, huh. And you think it would be a thing that you would think about and feel good about, but really, you don't, because your brain doesn't work that way.
Yautja. No, well, Jens Michael Wolkelman will say your name correctly because it was a very nice email. And, sometimes we don't get feedback.
It reminded me that I need to send some letters out to people. I need to send
handwritten,
some emails. And I do need
with a quill pen dipped in ink.
I do. I have that. Do you not have one of those? Do you not have a fountain pen?
I do have a fountain pen, and I find them, it's irritating.
It is.
Ink gets everywhere.
It does.
But I like the idea about it.
I do. I like it. If you write me a letter, I freak out. I have everything.
Handwritten, you mean?
I have every thank you note that has ever been given to me from the age of 15 to this day. In a
Handwritten?
box.
What if they were typed?
I don't care. So I have a box that I keep my watch and my rings and just stuff that my tie tacks and things that I'm getting ready and going somewhere by my bedside. I was recently just cleaning and getting stuff out, and there was a note that I had left in it that I just see it every day.
C minor.
And I never could realize, what is this note about? And finally I looked at it. It was a thank you note from Enrique back when he was 18, thanking me for something from his graduation party thing. And I don't know. I was like, I keep everything. If you write, and Enrique wrote something on it, and I thought, I can't throw this away. If you write me something,
He might die someday, and you can look back upon it.
I really think that I'm going to outlive Enrique. I would never tell him that. And here's the thing: when Enrique dies, I'm going to mourn him in a way that will be extraordinary.
I say we do it like Vikings.
I do too. We're going to light his body on fire,
whether that's his wishes or not,
and set it out to sea.
We may have to kidnap his body because I don't think that's what
How
he
can
wants.
you kidnap a body?
Actually, he did say he wanted to be buried the other day.
Oh.
Which we found kind of weird.
No.
Because everybody's like into cremation these days.
I'm big into cremation.
I don't remember why we were talking about how we want to be dealt with.
How do you want to be dealt
dead
with?
Carcasses. I'm dead. What do I care?
All right. I'm going to fire you up.
You know what? Well, no,
Chimenea.
Put me in my chimenea.
Chimenea.
No, I think the Viking way is cool. Like, put me in a boat and light it on fire with an arrow.
Yeah.
From
What
a
if they
great
miss?
distance.
I always thought, what if they miss? As you just float,
I'm sure.
just floating out
Sure,
there.
they've got,
Multiple people shooting.
Yeah, you got to have multiple people shooting.
My favorite Kirk Douglas movie, besides Spartacus, was Vikings.
Speaking of people dying, though, there was a Thai woman that was going to get cremated.
Why did I go, Oh,
Did
I
she
did not
sound
mean
delicious?
that. I don't know. Thai. I thought when you said Thai, I just thought about Taiwanese food and microchips
She was found
and the pending invasions.
alive in a coffin, brought in for cremation.
Nice.
And this is from AP News, so it's a legit source. A woman in Thailand shocked temple staff when she started moving
Analysis paralysis news?
in her coffin after being brought in for cremation. Wat Rat Prakhong Tam, a Buddhist temple near.
Wow.
I probably shouldn't try to pronounce that.
Do it again.
Wat Rat Prakhong Tam,
Perfect. Perfection.
a Buddhist temple in the province of Nonthaburi on the outskirts of Bangkok.
No jokes needed.
Payrat Sudthup, the temple's general and financial affairs manager, told the Associated Press on Monday the 65-year-old woman's brother drove her from the province of Phitsanulok to be cremated.
Wow.
He said they heard a faint knock coming from the coffin. I was a bit surprised. It seems like an understatement. I was a bit surprised.
Knock,
You were-
knocking
wait.
on heaven's
This
door.
concerns me. Were you not completely surprised? Does this happen more than I was a bit surprised.
I was quite amused.
This is not the first time. I was a bit so I asked them to open the coffin and everyone was startled.
Yeah, I would be too.
He said, I saw her opening her eyes slightly and knocking on the side of the coffin. She must have been knocking for quite some time.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's
That all sounds
door.
very sus. Like, I think there's lots of people being buried alive in Thailand. If you were simply a bit surprised.
Yeah. Yeah, so they used to have the bells. You know about the bells at the coffins? So used to in medieval times. Number one, there were some very famous people. I think it might have been, don't quote me on this. I know that you will.
I won't.
Maybe George Washington or somebody of that nature that wrote that they wanted their heart removed before they were being buried, simply because they didn't want to be buried alive. But they used to, at coffins, used to have bells that were up by the headstone that was down by into the coffin. So if you woke up and you were interested in the coffin, you could ring the bell. And if people would hear it ringing, be like, oops, we buried that one.
My bad.
My bad. If you're ever buried alive and you need to get out, here's what you do. First off, you're going to have to kick, obviously, to get your way out of the coffin. So that's going to be the main thing. And you can kick your way through the coffin. I've kicked my way through brick walls. They were on fire, but you can do it.
But you have 6 feet of dirt above you.
Here's one. You kick downward some just to break it. You kind of kick downward, kind of get you like a rut going a little downward. And then when you kick upward, you just have to know once that dirt starts coming in, because it's going to be freshly buried, you're going to have to get after it. You're going to have to dig your way up and quickly and be moving and making air pockets as you go. You can do it. It's possible. People have done it. but it's not as, it's collapsed in and I'm done. No, you just got to commit to the act and keep at it.
Has anyone ever gotten out of a coffin buried 6 feet deep?
I'm pretty sure I looked that up, and I'm pretty sure, yes, they have. There's been people who have been buried, not in coffins, but underneath grounds that I know that have dug their way out. There's people who have been in avalanches that have dug their way out. You can do it. You just have to commit to the fact.
That's more reasonable. Snow is light.
You're about to get a strongly worded email from somebody who knows better.
Well, I mean, I understand it's quite the force, but like if it's happening to you, like you can actively like create an air pocket around you.
You think so?
Whereas a coffin, you have this dirt that's already piled on top of you. And how are you going to dig out anyway? Are you saying, you said kick, but how am I going to get down to where my feet are in a coffin? It's impossible.
You can kick your way out. You can kick your way out. Yeah, you break it and then kick upward.
Yeah, but that's where my feet are at. I can't move. That coffin is very small. Unless I'm an extremely small person and can do a 180 in a coffin, which then it sounds like you've got a lot of wasted space in this coffin. They could have buried some more people in there and saved some money. An econo coffin. Yeah, just make sure they're dead. Just double tap them. Just when they come in. Just make
Good
sure.
thing that you ruined this very passionate, thoughtful episode that we were having.
Well, no, we've already thanked Michael Wolkman for his, and we wish your daughter all the best and hope her continued good health. And
I didn't know most German people, I guess, also speak English to some degree. I think it would be weird listening to English. First off, I don't speak a second language. I would love to learn another language, but I've tried several times and I just realized I'm not smart enough. I don't have that linguistic side of my brain active enough. Anyways, it's going to end this episode because we have things to do, people to see.
I'm Gabi.
This is Jerry.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for tolerating this episode of the Board Game Snobs. Stay classy.